Last week, Monday, Miss SA Shudufhadzo Musida launched her very own mental health initiative, #Mindful Mondays. She joins us now via Zoom to discuss this week's topic, which focuses on Teen Suicide Prevention Week. Miss SA, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
It's always such a pleasure to touch base with you, girl. I mean, how excited are you to finally be able to be en route to tackling mental health, which of course we all know you were so outspoken about whilst you were up in the running for Miss SA?
I'm really, really excited to start Mindful Mondays. I think it's long overdue. We had a lot of meetings about it, trying to prepare in partnership with SADC, and it's beautiful that it's finally out and people can get to be educated about it, learn more about it, and have a safe space for them to talk about their feelings, to talk about mental health, and invest in their mental health as well. So it's quite an exciting time.
Absolutely. Very exciting. I mean, finally, we are here. Mama, I made it. This initiative and program, which is now an Instagram platform, is hosted in conjunction, as you've mentioned, with the South African Depression and Anxiety Group. So can you just tell us a little bit more about the work that you and SADC are doing together on the platform?
So Mindful Mondays is an initiative in partnership with SADC, and they help bring in experts to speak on mental health because they've got the right resources, the right stats that are going to be very insightful and very informative for many people that didn't know about mental health previously. So we invite different experts every single week and different perspectives from different communities who come and speak about mental health, to educate and essentially inform how we as a society view mental health and destigmatize it. So we've been working together closely to make sure that we do this.
But everything that you're doing is very sensitive. I mean, it's very sensitive topics that we are tackling, which brings us to tonight's topic. Of course, it is Teen Suicide Prevention Week. So what can our viewers expect on tonight's program?
So it's Teen Suicide Prevention Week, and we're going to be talking to Dr. Cindy van Zyl. It's quite important for us to tackle this issue, especially with schools opening.
Yeah.
A lot has changed previously to how we used to go to school. With COVID-19 and the new regulations, it's difficult for learners. It's difficult for teens in general to adapt to this new normal. So it's quite important for us to engage in this conversation where we let them know that you're not alone. You have us. You have SADC. There's so many. They have a helpline that you can call if you need help, and it's 24 hours. So it's quite important for us to engage in the conversation, just to let them know that they're not alone, and provide them with the right resources to get the necessary help that they need.
Now, seeing that you are focusing on bullying, I mean, you yourself were a victim of some social media backlash just a few weeks ago. Would you like to take this opportunity just to share your point of view and what happened?
It's not something that I really engage in because I do not take anything personally from the get-go. People are going to have things to say, but what they say is not a reflection of me, it's a reflection of them. I learned that quite early, and when something like that, or the backlash or whatever else happens on social media, I sort of just switch off or just remove myself from negativity because there's so many positives that we need to focus on. And as someone that's been bullied in the past, I know how it feels like to dwell on negativity, and that's not who I am anymore, and I'm grateful for that.
Well, we're grateful for you. We're grateful for the queen that you are, always rising above and showing us the positivity of it all. So as we keep the positive winning energy, I mean, your three predecessors, Demi Lee, Utamron Green, and Uzosmin Tunzi, have all contested Miss Universe instead of Miss World. So you'll be the very first Miss SA winner since 2016 to contest Miss World. So have you started with preparations? How's it going so far for the pageant? And are there any latest updates?
Right now, because of COVID, we don't even know when the date of Miss World is going to be, but it's probably going to be towards the end of the year, around October and November. Prep is just basically doing the work as Miss South Africa. So my main focus is being Miss South Africa, and just being Miss South Africa is enough prep to Miss World. Starting my mental health campaign is one big element of my advocacy and my Beauty with a Purpose project. So that's part of the preparation, and it's such a beautiful time for me because I will be the first one, like you said, to go to Miss World in a very long time and to represent our country. But with Miss World, it's beauty with a purpose. So it's going to show the substance of South African women. And I'm just happy to be a representative and ambassador of this country going to Miss World.
I mean, fundamentally, there is just so much wealth of knowledge and gems of wisdom that you've got, girls. So I'm going to give you this opportunity right now just to touch base with some of the teens you're going to be speaking to today. In closing, girl, I must ask you, what's one of your last messages that you want to leave for a teenager right now who's going through something and who doesn't know how to process their thoughts or their emotions?
I'd like to let you know that you're not alone.
Yeah.
I know that it feels like you're alone sometimes, and what you're feeling is a feeling that only you feel. But there's been so many other people, and I feel like if they just knew that they weren't alone too, you'd realize that you're definitely not alone. There's so many resources for you to get help. There's so many people that care about you, including myself. So don't ever feel like you're alone, and tune into Mindful Mondays to realize that we are a community and we'll heal together.
Here's to healing together. I most certainly will be tuning in tonight, because as much as you are tackling Teen Prevention, Suicide Prevention Week, I do believe that what you have to say can definitely transcend any age group. Thank you so much, Shudufhadzo. Goodbye, Siswam.
No, thank you so much for having me again. It's always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure, girl. Now, we're so immensely proud of National Ambassador and Queen Shudufhadzo Musida, and we wish her all the very best as she continues with her mental health initiative, #Mindful Mondays, and her preparation for Miss World.